Welcome to D20 Deathmatch! Welcome to D20 Deathmatch!
You find yourself traveling down the hallways once again as the camera pans behind Lucia's Skypiercer. She's stomping down, those stones clacking against her heels, and she bursts open through the doors into this very dank and musty throne room, almost as if the cobwebs and dust are meant to be there. This hideous and drab room houses the Shadow King himself, who, in her own opinion, believes that it matches his personality, so why not? As she finds him in this room, he's covered with pin markings and paper all around him, as if a tornado came through and decided to vomit every high school notebook that we ever had in our lifetime. What is it that you are doing now?
Lucia, I'm glad you're here. Oh, what is it, 1099?
What are you doing? What do you mean at 1099? You are not going through our tax documents right now, are you?
Yes, it's the season. I was told we have to do the taxes.
Yes, it's the tax season, but you don't know how to do taxes. You have never done taxes. I remember that you always made some poor intern do the taxes at your tower.
It can't be that hard. Vythorn did it, although I will say most of his writing here is in symbols. Does he know how to read?
Yes, he knows how to read. He's been doing it for us for years. He's done it correctly, and he was gonna do it again this year until you decided to off him, so great. Great, and now I have to try to figure out how to put together this mess that you've made. Half these receipts were all in order. Why did you just throw them on the ground? How am I gonna get these tax deductions?
I put them in order by size.
By size? How do you think taxes are done? And you see Lucia's hair just start to grow wider, visibly in front of everyone at the idea of having to do all of this tax documentation again on her own, and all the extra free time she has.
I'm not sure who's taxing us anyways. We are the governing body here, correct?
That's not how this works. They're still part of the process. So that way we all do it, and we give to the process so it goes back to take care of key infrastructure and things. That's not the point. You know what? No. And she'll just start gathering the papers and handing them to our goblin employees. Heather takes one, Tophny takes another. It's okay. You know what? And she'll grab the Shadow King's hand and pull him up. Let me just distract you. Let's just pretend this paperwork isn't an issue for you, and let me show you this amazing death match that I've brought instead. You'll love them. These champions way better than 1099s and tax documents. Trust me.
Well, after last week, I'm open to it.
Finally, good. And with almost no hesitation at all, she grabs that amulet around her neck, clenching it, that blood dripping down, now many scars across her own finger palms. And suddenly a portal appears, clear and crystal, almost as if still water, until two champions, mighty in strength, walk through. My dear Shadow King, I gift you two of the greatest champions in all the realms, Tusher and Shonen. Tusher, please introduce yourself.
Hey, I'm Tusher the Toxic, and I'm here to make sure that you don't leave this pit alive, Shonen. So I hear they call you Shonen Protagonist, but you look like more of a Shonen Poo-tagonist to me, and I'm gonna scrape you off the bottom of my shoe before this night is out.
Man, you talk so much trash, you may as well just crawl right back in the sewer you came from.
Sewer? Well, that's a better place than where you're from. I'm gonna have you crying back to Senpai before this night is out. Hurry up and go get into your little sailor skirt.
Huh, my sailor skirt? I mean, I do like girls in skirts. But, oh my goodness, sorry, I'm completely downplaying your immense power level that you seem to be exuding. I mean, what is that, like a 3?
Oh, I think your powder reader must be broken. Cause you know, this is over 9,000, biatch.
Nah, you know what? It's not as broken as you're about to be. So look here, little slimy fella. We're gonna take a trip down B-Town.
you're gonna wish this was an isekai by the end of tonight, because I'm gonna send you into another world.
Woo, whoa, whoa, whoa! Gentlemen, let's make sure that we save this for the audience. Shonen! To the Shadow King, do you have any words?
Yes, anything to say for yourself?
I mean, thanks for dragging me in here. I mean, hopefully we end this with a lesson or something to learn, or just don't make me sweep up after.
Oh,
Don't worry. Like all animes, you can defeat people with the power of friendship and also swords.
Yes, and I promise you,
Now that's my final weapon.
I promise you'll learn a lesson today. I don't know if it'll be any good, but you'll have to wait and see.
Oh, stop it. We don't have to wait at all. Let's go ahead and take them there and away from all the paper documentation so no one spills blood all over my stuff. And quickly, she once again clenches in her other hand that amulet, blood pouring down, and another portal opens. Teacher! And Shonen, I grant you access now to our arena, if you may, welcoming them both to walk through the portal. If you'd like.
Before Tusher walks into the portal, he's going to walk up to Shonen, and he's going to just give him a nice little gentle tap on the back of his shoulder. But it's going to be like a little too hard, a little harder than a friendly little tap. Hey,
What was that?
I know what I said just a moment ago, but I just wanted to put on a good show. We're partners in this thing, you see. We're just putting on a good show tonight together, right? We're working together, right?
Is that a threat? Are you threatening to wear me like a piece of clothing?
Hey, if that's what it takes, you know I'd do it. All I'm saying, kid, is just, I think you might have what it takes to be a star. So don't mess up tonight, all right?
I'm 15.
And as Tusher leaves,
Very inappropriate.
as Tusher leaves, he wants to activate two of his abilities. Number one, he wants to detect thoughts on this kid, and number two, he wants to use his roguish ability of insightful fighting.
Yes, that's right! This is true strategy! The battle begins before the battle itself! We'll write that
I
down.
want some insight into what shakes this kid.
Right, is that contested?
I believe so. All right.
How, on that particular, go ahead and read the details out loud.
How does your
Okay.
power work?
So I make an insight check against you, contested by your deception check.
Oh no. You okay?
Are you great at deceiving? Oh.
17.
Oh yeah, it's 16.
16 will not do it. That 17 wins. What is your weakness?
So, you can kind of tell that Shonen has, while a very confident exterior, there's a strong sense of self-doubt, of unworthiness. He hasn't quite fully understood what's going on, and the grandeur that now surrounds him is far beyond his understanding. Also, probably fire. I don't know.
Fire also hurts.
Fire
That's
hurts.
fair.
It does.
Standard
I
weakness.
don't like it. Turns out most humanoids are pretty flammable.
Caltrops?
Excellent. Yeah. The Grandmaster standing at the side, just waiting, arms crossed. Come on, we don't have all day.
Oh, sorry. Newbie
Right.
here, you know. And he steps to it.
Hey, no, you can't go before. And he's gonna try and like shuffle past him, like just to be the first one in the line. I don't know, push through the portal, a little bit of shoulder barging,
Let's do a
too
dex
much physical
contest.
contact.
Who goes through first?
Oh I won!
Okay.
Nat 20! Woo!
Now on versus a nat 20. I've never had a start of a match this way before. This is how we begin an arena match as the two of you begin to walk through. Almost immediately, Shonen, you realize this is your chance to really start off on the right foot. So you run through, and in your efforts, your right foot suddenly sticks out in a moment of brilliance as you trip Tusher, and they triple somersault forward, but right after you, creating a cloud of dust as your feet. As you walk through, Shonen, that cloud comes behind you as if you've walked through an explosion, looking majestic and powerful. All of our acolytes gasp and, oh, truly a great champion is here for us today. You will have a D4 inspo on round 1, but it will expire, so hold on to that. In counter of this, Tusher, you will have a bane of D4 as you find yourself needing to pick yourself off the ground and, rubbing off that small little bit of knee scrape that you've picked up. Not boding well as the acolytes think, who is this new person? Have they never walked before?
Oh, I'm gonna make you pay for that, kid. I tried to be friendly.
Smile and a wink and a big wave for the crowd.
Welcome, the two of you, to one of my favorite little playgrounds. As you see here, it is a bit of a tiny city that used to be inhabited, but with all things, civilizations go up and then they go down, and people just disappear, so we've got towns to destroy. Demolition practice is all yours today. This is a steampunk type era, full of wisdom and trinkets and bridges and whatnots. So use whatever you want here, but by the end of it, I want nothing left, including your opponent. Or else, well, maybe you'll be the one destroyed. And with that, the Grandmaster flies high, and as you look up towards the sky, following that sight of beautiful black wings, you notice all of the sounds that you heard before. The cheering, the screaming also rises from above as the acolytes in ethereal suspension scream for your names, cheering you on. And there's also a small dog in the background yelling at me right now. Perhaps it's Doug. Come
small
back.
puppy.
It's fine. Maybe somebody forgot to feed her earlier.
Who brought that little yapper in here? You better shut them up.
Wait, yeah.
You're coming up with a lot of creative names to me, and I think you need to bite your tongue.
Oh, I'm gonna bite your tongue in a moment.
You take care of this foul creature while I introduce the champions to the arena here. Champions, as you look around, you'll notice there are plenty of boats and odds and ends you can use to, pummel each other into the dirt. I don't really care. I just want a lot of blood. The more the better. Understood?
Clearly.
Can you even... Oh, sorry. I mean, clearly.
Okay.
Yes.
Very well then.
What are you?
What am I?
No. No, I know who you are, obviously. Tutor? What are you? What are you?
I'm a grung. Have you never seen a frog person before?
I mean, I've seen a frog and I've seen a person, but I've never seen him. Like, does that mean one of your parents was a frog, or were they both frogs? One of them was like...
My parents were both frogs, thank you very much. There's 100% pure big frog energy running through me.
Oh, of course. So,
Yes, BFE.
So you came from an egg?
Yes. Are you trying to learn my backstory? Because, it's tragic and long. Tragic.
Oh, right. I mean, maybe if we get
It'll require several flashbacks. Yeah.
Several flashbacks, okay. Yeah, no, I know how that
we have
feels.
no
Every
time
time I
for
look off to the
flashbacks. This
distance-
isn't a Nat Geo episode. Keep it rolling.
Yes, with that in mind, why don't you both roll for initiative? You can the sword crossing button at the top there, Tutor. You can click the dice by your name. Those initiative rolls. A 18 for Shonen.
How do I do initiative?
It's the crossed swords at the top right, and then you can click the big dice by your name.
You'll go when we tell you to go.
Ooh, 14, not gonna do it. Shonen going to be the first one to begin as the Shadow King takes his place in his chamber, in his throne, and he looks around at the crowd. Well, Acolytes, let us begin with round number 1!
As a thought, we always start with 1. Why couldn't we ever start with round 5?
Well, I mean, we could,
I thought we started on round 0, and then the first one was round 1.
but the
Yeah.
cards only go to 7, and so if we started at 5, we'd make for a short match.
But 0 could also work. That was a good idea.
All I need is 1 round with this chump.
Listen,
Oh!
if you live, maybe you can be the new sign guy.
Deal.
With that, Shonen, you are the first to act here. Let the fight begin.
Right, yeah, of course. Okay. Firstly, what is that over there? And he's just gonna start walking off in the opposite direction for another teacher.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Ignoring the span of water in front of him, he's just gonna walk backwards into that crane-like structure and start looking for little bits and things. It's so strange. So many wonderful things. I wonder what's being left behind.
Roll an investigation check.
Oh.
Natural 1. You go to you're digging around kind of on this contraption, and I need you to make me a dexterity saving throw. This thing's kind of rusty and old and falling apart as you start kind of pushing on things. Oh my God! It's another natural 1.
Are you kidding me?
You're sure you could just go home. He'll just take care of himself.
Yeah, just give me a moment. I'll do it myself.
You start oh my God, you start messing around with this crane and pieces of it. The whole thing just topples down on you. You're gonna take 5 points of damage, and you are now knocked prone as this thing comes down on top of your head and just kind of like knocks you to the ground, and maybe even like it's on your legs a little bit. You know, you're gonna have to dig into that inner mom strength to get it off your legs.
Is there any damage as that crane comes down on top of him?
Yeah, 5 points of bludgeoning damage.
Oh, jeez.
Just give me a moment. I think this seems dangerous, man. Better stay
Excellent.
There where it's safe.
Good showing. Do you want to do anything for your turn? Action bonus action.
Wipe away a tear.
You still have your action bonus action, even though you're
It's a
knocked
free
down
action for you.
currently.
I think he's just gonna cop that one. That whole moment is perfect as it is.
Perfect. You are prone underneath this crane here. All right then. Tusher, you see this all happening. Your turn.
Tusher, being a grung, has exceptional leaping abilities. So I'm gonna use a bonus action, cunning action, to do the dash, and he's gonna leap as he sees the crane falling from his side of the waterway to the top of the crane, and he's gonna perch there and look down upon Shonen. Hey, what are you doing, kid? I thought we agreed to put on a good show for the crowd.
Yeah, sorry. I'm kind of trying to figure this whole thing out. Nothing seems really steady around here, and he did say that it was going to be destroyed, so... look, give me a second. Just, let me dig out... Oh, God, my leg. Let me get out of here first.
You know what?
Just dance or something. I don't know.
Okay, I'll show you how it's done, kid. I'll show you how it's done. It's just, one professional giving a newbie a lesson, and I hope you learn this lesson well. And so Tusher is going to jump on top of Shonen, and he's going to what parts of Shonen are actually showing from under the crane?
Up to you.
I would say torso, face.
Okay,
Torso, face,
let's go for the
maybe an arm
torso.
also.
Tusher like brings up an elbow, and Tusher's not wearing very much armor. You notice that he's like showing a lot of skin. He's just wearing like pants. He's got like a shield. He's got like a flamboyant red scarf, but otherwise he's exposing a lot of skin.
Wait, was
And so
he
he's gonna-
cold enough to wear a scarf but not a shirt?
The scarf is for a statement.
Oh, sorry.
It tracks
It's not-
perfectly.
it's
I don't
not
know why you're
functional.
upset about this.
How can it not be a functional scarf? Like, surely it's still just a bit of fabric, right?
Yeah.
Well, okay. He's a professional wrestler, not a professional like cloth person. I don't know
Fashionista.
whatever they call it. Yes.
Cloth person.
Anyway,
Dresser.
Tusher is going to do an elbow drop straight onto Shonen's chest.
Okay, elbow drop. Go ahead and roll an unarmed strike for this one, and then if you hit, we'll throw some extra damage on for the gravity.
Heck yeah. 27 to hit.
Oh,
I think
Yeah.
they'll do. I think he'll do it. Go ahead and throw an extra. We'll just throw an extra D4 on top of that, because you're coming down with a pile drive. With that, you're jumping on this one.
How do I roll it? Oh, I see it.
Yeah.
Oh, don't forget that you did have that Bane dice.
Ooh.
That's true.
So, should I roll that and subtract it from the attack or the damage?
The attack.
that's
it's not gonna
fine.
matter.
That's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Pretend that you have done it and you have still managed to hit.
15 points of damage as he's going to come and elbow drop right on your face.
Please, Tusher,
There's, like, a
describe
moment-
this.
So Tusher, looking magnificent as he leaps high into the air, brings his elbow down at a sharp angle into the chest of Shonen. But as he goes down, his scarf is streaming magnificently behind him in the air. And it looks like a really cool arc of like red cloth that sails through the air and then down on top of Shonen. But as his elbow strikes you, Shonen, you feel something burning from the contact. Because he is a grung, he has poisonous skin, and so you have to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh boy.
Can you beat a 12?
Probably not.
Oh. Well, now you're poisoned.
Oh, great. Okay, cool.
But describe to us how you feel poisoned as it begins to seep into your skin.
So this elbow collides with his chest, and there's that like little, almost like a moment of collision before there's a small crack, and blood spurts out of his mouth. And where the elbows collided, there's like a residue that slowly sort of spreads and then disappears almost instantaneously as it's absorbed in the skin, and this burning, like this fiery sensation erupts along underneath his cloth, which he's wearing. Well, not a cloth, but like his cloth clothing, which is all that he seems to be wearing. Professional
My
dresser, you see.
clothing is also made of cloth.
That is good. I am glad. I was concerned about the scarf, to be honest. That could have been anything.
That's true. You never know. Be careful of the scarf.
It was majestic.
It's hiding something extra. We know it.
Oh, just you wait.
Plot device.
All right. So he is now poisoned, correct? So
Yep.
he'll have
Poison condition.
disadvantage on attack rolls and ability checks. Until we'll let you. Does he get to remake that save? You know what? He's gonna get to remake that save every turn, just for the sake of this. So you get to kind of try to shirk that off every time. But for now, you're poisoned.
Okay.
Just shake it off. It'll be fine.
Tusher.
Like scrub it. Like,
Tusher
kinda
just
wipe
leaps
off
up.
the oil.
Tusher leaps up onto his feet after the elbow and then listens for the cheering of the crowd.
You look at the crowd and there's people like slinging beers around and throwing slushies and like they're punching their grandmothers in the face and like all sorts of stuff out there. People are starting to roll each other down the aisles and slap each other around with cotton candy and shit. You know, normal crowd stuff.
That's how we
This is
celebrate.
my kind of crowd.
Anything else for your turn before we wrap up round number 1?
That's it.
Excellent. Shadow King. She almost said Arbiter accidentally.
No, he's dead. I killed him.
I know that. What did you roll?
A 4.
You know, even the Arbiter rolled better than that.
No, I don't think he did. I watched the logs.
Okay, all right. You didn't have to catch me out on my lie. But you know what's a better thing right now? As it turns out, the Acolytes have begged for so much more. In fact, we've got multiple things before we go into round number 2. Dearest champions, she calls for your attention from high above. Both of you have gained favor with the Acolytes and have been granted hero points. That means you get to go above and beyond, do something extra, plus ultra, over 9,000 or whatever it may be.
What?
for
9,000?
yourself. Yes. So
Impossible.
I ask you, dream big when you have these moments and you'll get your chance to bring it out on the arena. But here's the thing, it's yours to have, but don't forget to use it before you die. Or else then we'll revive you and then murder you again out of disappointment. Additionally, on top of this, there are 2 gifts that we bring to you. The first is the Box of Chaos!
Chaos!
And from high above in the sky, looking like a comet till it comes closer and closer till it smashes into the ground, you see a chest of yellow and pink flames burning bright on the map. Shadow King, tell them what they see.
Yes, as the box slams into the ground, the lid flips open. The Shadow King stands up, reaching out into the crowd. You, blissful dwarf! He reaches out and an ethereal, shadowy hand zooms through the crowd, grabbing Blissful and ripping off the arms, ripping off the legs, ripping off the head, and just holding the torso now. Another shadowy hand coming in and going into the neck hole and pulling out a black soul as he drops the body on the ground. And he throws the body into that box, not the body, the soul into that box as it erupts with another flare of yellow and pink flames. There, the box of chaos is primed. If you make a sacrifice to it, you'll get a magic item. It's simple. It's a free action. You just have to get over there.
That's right. If you want a little extra gift, a goodie, before you leave or to use against your opponent, toss something over there, and it is a free action. And then the final thing before we kick it off into round number 2 is chaos.
Chaos!
With their bits and their subs and their tips, they have demanded that we bring something truly dangerous here. And suddenly, out of the water, you see a top hat, worn and patched, begin to appear, and a strange old man with large ears and white hair sticking out of it comes out holding a small little teacup. Change places! And suddenly, with a snap of his fingers, the 2 of you switch places.
Oh my god.
So, Tusher, you are now prone underneath this crate. And congratulations, Shonen, you are now standing on top, looking like the winner. And that is our first chaotic event, though we are rather close to summoning another one. And with
Damn
that,
you, Uncle Pennybags!
and with a small cackle and a sip of tea, he sips back underneath the water.
Yes, who is that guy? Is he on the payroll?
Oh, he's just kind of crazy. Mad, you might say. Yes.
He just hangs out here?
You know, drinking tea, having tea parties at whatever random time it is. Sometimes a bunny shows up. You never know.
There's so much I don't know. I don't really know what you've been doing since I've been gone, but we need to have a full accounting along with the taxes.
Just start round number 2, if you will.
It's fine. Round number 2. Fight. Shonen.
All right. So maintaining initiative.
Yes.
Beautiful. All right. Now elevated upon this crane, Shonen towers over this Tusha. And with that, he's sort of going to look to where this old man dipped below the ocean again, with a little sense of concern. Going to vomit up a little bit more blood and almost bile. It's darkening now. He's concerned about the poison. And then he's going to glance quickly over at the box and he's like, "Hey man, you got to play the games. You got to win." And he's going to take out a dart out of his little belt, his sash, and he's going to fling it straight down towards Tushan. Except it's going to start picking up speed as the wind gathers behind it as he casts catapult.
Whoa!
Oh, you're gonna have to make that dex save with disadvantage, I think.
Are you good at rolling on the ground?
Let's find out. Saving throw, disadvantage.
9. I don't think the 9 is gonna beat it. What was the DC?
I don't have it on the list.
Oh, it's 15. So 9 is not gonna do it. Yeah, roll the damage.
What a clever use of this dart.
I'm gonna try not to put too much of a pause in here. I can't roll it off the thing. Oh yeah,
No.
here we go.
You're good.
First level. We're gonna cast it. Alright, pardon me.
No worries.
All right.
You cast it. Do you need me to click the damage button here on this side?
You might, yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Let me just do that then.
It's okay. It's a game of imagination. How much damage do you imagine you might do? No, I'm just kidding.
21 points of damage.
So this spiraling dart's starting to pick up a lot of force. This almost like a celestial gust, like careering it towards his little froggy companion.
All right, you throw that dart down there and a hit. What else do you do on your turn here?
Now, acknowledging this wind, which now seems to exist, and a slight glow in Show's eyes, he's gandering towards that box, and he's going to make a very quick movement, which once again seems fueled by a kind of wind or an energy as he makes 55 feet towards the container.
Okay. Are you
Sort of jump down this time, somewhat more athletic or acrobatic.
are you using Step of the Wind to disengage?
I might engage. Yes, I would believe that.
Okay, you're using Step of the Wind.
Yes.
Unless you'd like to take an attack of opportunity at your feet.
Just asking.
Oh,
Turning a
absolutely.
will.
You could say no.
Yeah, I think I'll take Step of the Wind.
Come on,
Which
back
is
here,
lovely
kid.
flavor.
You coward.
There's no time.
He's late for a very important date.
All right, you route to this box of chaos, and as you get there, a shadowy figure starts to crawl their way out of this soul that was placed in the box. Where am I? What am I?
I mean, you're asking the same questions that I was about to ask. You're in a box, and you're a guy, girl, entity, spirit.
I have no idea. What do you want?
I mean, what have you got in there?
That's not how this works. What do you have?
I mean, I could give you this, and he's going to pull his sword out of his scabbard. Of course, it's like a ton, and he's going to say, "I won't be needing this anymore," and he's going to hand the sheath over.
Fine.
Got us there.
Whatever. They're gonna grab it, and the lid shuts. Roll me a D10.
I would love
You can roll on D&D Beyond too.
Yeah. Wherever you want on this one.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
We believe you. You would never lie to us.
to. I can't find a dice button. Could someone roll for me?
Yep, gotcha.
Sorry.
D10 coming in. It's a 4. I'll go ahead and throw you a D100 here too. 87.
Pretty good. Pretty good. If you don't like it, you can always blame him. So.
Yeah. I'll take it because I don't care.
I didn't roll it. Technically not my roll.
All right, as that box rumbles and shakes and just the lid flips open, the fire rises to the sky once again. You notice that it doesn't produce any heat as it's a magical fire, and out from this box floats a weapon. Weapon has a curved shape to it as a moon sickle floats into your hand. You gain a bonus attack to the damage rolls made with it. You may gain a bonus to spell attack rolls and the saving throw DCs of your druid and ranger. Oh, hold on, I'm just reading this. Roll me a. Can you roll a d4?
With your assistance, I believe I can.
Yeah, let's do it.
By the power of Shadow King, I will roll.
This will be a +3 sickle.
Wow.
Dang!
I mean, this kind of feels like a disservice, but he's going to rest his own sword just in front of the chest, and he's going to take up this sickle. I mean, look, I've got to use what's gifted to me, right?
Yeah, so it's
He's going to turn and dramatically point it towards this toad.
You can add a moon sickle +3 to your character sheet. Also, when you cast a spell, it restores hit points. You can roll an extra d4 for extra healing. Also, you get that +3 to your saving throws of spells you cast.
What?
Why?
Oh, okay.
Of spells you cast, yeah. Your DC goes up
What do
by
you think
3.
he's gonna add +3 to the spells that everybody else casts?
No, I was just clarifying that it wasn't his saves; it was the spells he's casting. Should there be any?
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Amazing.
So too sure. You want to get to the chest anytime soon?
Oh, absolutely.
Shonen is at the
This
end of
was
your,
not squashed.
at
Quite
the end of
yet.
your turn.
Yeah, Shannon's going to pass his turn, like striking just a very obnoxious pose, now wielding this magnificent curved blade, which sort of has a moonlit glow.
Give me a performance check on that pose.
Oh no. Sure.
Hey,
Okay, it's not bad. It's not bad.
16.
that's not bad.
That's good. That's good. As you strike that pose, almost if it timed, that wind that you noticed earlier quickly comes by and just blows right past you, giving you that ethereal look once again, championing this ideal that you are the true hero of this evening, and everyone screams at the mere sight of your beauty.
I'm 15. I prefer cool.
Listen, that's never stopped anyone fangirling over those K-pop stars, so you're gonna have to deal with it.
This is true.
Is that one of your battle cries? I'm 15!
He goes in for a hit. I'm 15!
Remember that time you elbowed a 15-year-old in the chest? Sorry, what were you going to do this
Oh,
time?
it sounds so less cool now. Remember when you punched that 15-year-old?
Yeah, it does make you seem a lot less strong.
Yeah. Hey, you know what? The crowd's cheered, so I'll
They
take
did
it. We're all accomplices here, okay?
This is a great battle. A 15-year-old against a toad, so, you know.
It's a frog.
It's like Wind in the Willows.
Right, yeah.
Excellent, excellent. Too sure. What would you like to do as you find yourself on the ground scraping at the feet of your opponent before they left you there alone?
Oh, so Tusher is smarting from that last dart attack. What is it going to take for him to get out of this crane?
Roll me
Out from
a.
under this crane.
Roll me a. We'll do strength or athletics.
Well,
Strength
describe.
or athletics?
How do you want to get out of it?
Yeah, that's a good point.
So, if I'm on my back, yeah, because he struck me in the chest, then I think he's going to try to use his hands to lift a little bit so that he can get his legs, which are much more powerful, underneath the crane, and then he's going to try to just do the strongest squat that anyone has witnessed so far, and just kick this crane off of him and into the water.
That's right. Leg press, leg press. All right. Athletics check, DC 12.
Here we go.
Fingers crossed.
Ooh,
Holy cow!
28.
that's pretty good. That's a solid.
You easily. Yes, that solid roll of a 28. You easily lift it up just enough to get those feet under there, and you have strong legs. Those muscles flex as that crane goes flying up, and it almost hits the first row of our spectators up above, and they cheer wildly, trying to grab it as if it's a prize that you have given them.
So Tusha's going to leap up onto his feet, and he points at the direction that the crane sailed, and then he points at Shonen, and he says, "That's going to be you in a moment, kid." What other actions do I have left now?
Well, you have your. We'll let you have your full action and bonus action, and half your movement since you stood up.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Okay, half my movement. So Grung are not the speediest, unfortunately, but I do have bonus action, cunning action, dash, which will bring me just up to Shonen.
Okay.
So I think what he's going to do is he's going to point, say that, that's going to be you in a moment, kid, at the crane, but then, I don't know, say, psych! Because he's going to jump directly on top. He's going to try to jump directly on top of Shonen's head. Like, he leaps as a frog, his arms and legs outsplayed, and he's going to try to hit him with a grapple with his first attack action.
Trying to jump on his head and grapple him here. I suppose let's do that. Strength versus athletics. 30 from Tusher. 17 from Shonen. You have a frog on your face.
Oh God, you're slimy.
Hey, remember this kid? And Tusha's gonna take the dart that was shoved into his own chest and then stab Shonen with it.
Okay. Go ahead and make an attack roll with the dart.
I have a dagger. Can I just
just do the dagger.
pull that?
Forging. Make me a con saving throw. 17 to hit. 17 is the AC. We do glancing blows here, so it will be half damage. You were not poisoned after your last turn, but you may be poisoned again here since he's on your face. We'll see.
That's it.
It would have been 8.
All right, so 4 points of piercing damage coming into you from that dart as he stabs you with it.
But also, I get a little sneak attack on him because I'm an inquisitive mind and I read his weakness before we came out, so I got to get insight.
Roll the sneak attack. It will also be halved due to the glancing blow. So
It's 10.
All right, another 5 points of damage on top of that. And then does he
How
have to
does
make?
it go? A boy fights with his fist, a man fights with his mind.
And
I don't know, I just-
and a better man fights with a sword or a gun or something.
What are you fighting with again? Your excretions?
Excretions plus your own dart.
Oh, your excretion. Yeah, you know what? That makes a lot more sense.
Does he have to make another save every time he touches you?
Yeah.
Is that works? All right, make another con save.
Yeah. And I get to, as part of the weapon attack, I get to add my poison on top of it. It's still a DC 12 for poison damage.
9's not going to cut it for the 12.
In that case, 2d4 extra poison damage.
Okay,
so
this'll-
that's going to be
This will all apply since this wasn't part of the blow.
7.
Ooh, another 7 points of damage here. and you continue to be poisoned now with disadvantage on your attacks and saving throws.
And you're grappled.
And you are grappled.
And I'm grappled. Damn it.
As you stand so close, Tusher, would you like to try to make a toss in a free action towards the box of chaos?
Absolutely. So after he stabs Shonen with that dart, he rips it out, glances at his blood, and then tosses the dart into the box.
Ooh, all right. Roll me a d10.
The gift of my opponent.
7. A d100 as well. D100.
In case anyone was wondering, a D100 is bigger than a D10 in numbers, not always in
The
size.
more you know.
That box lid slams shut, rumbles and shakes. The lid flips open once again. Fire shooting straight up into the sky, blinding you for a second. You feel no heat from it as a shadowy hand reaches out and floats to you a pair of bracers. These are the bracers of defense. While wearing these, you gain a +2 bonus to your AC if you are wearing no armor and using no shield. What do they look like as they float to you?
I think they're going to look like they're similar to his red scarf, but they wrap around his wrists and leave like long trailing red scarf.
You have scarves for your arms?
Now I do. Thanks, Shonen.
Arm scarf.
Excellent.
These
Fashion-
are functional.
Anything else for your turn, Scarf Boy? As you have so many flowing red capes all around you, we wrap up round number 2, and the Acolytes scream yet again for more chaos! That's right, this brings in our second chaos event of the evening. Now the two of you, my dear wonderful champions, you feel an odd sensation starting in your butt?
Is it puberty?
It's not puberty. Both of you notice that your butt cheeks feel a little strange and that they start to grow bigger and wider and flatter as they sprout into wings as you both become butterflies. Those butt cheeks flapping at this point for the next 2 rounds. Your flight movement will be the same as your walking movement. You both are now butterflies as those cheeks are flapping.
Flapping and clapping.
I make no apologies for the events I create. Let us get a roll from the Shadow King.
Very well.
As you all regain composure.
Your ass wings lift you both 30 feet into the air. 18.
Respectable. Excellent. Let us begin now. Round number 3 as those booties take you high up into the air, bringing us close to what we see.
Are we still grappled despite our obnoxiously large ass cheeks
Oh, yeah.
flapping about?
Yes. You can describe your ass cheeks however you'd like.
Yeah, you have perfect agency over your own ass.
Teen. I will talk very little about those, which seem to be very, very well clothed and completely opaque. For legal reasons.
We appreciate that.
They're censored out giant black blocks around.
There seems to be a weird haze surrounding these ass cheeks. Don't worry, audience, no one's going to prison. Well, some of you. Shonen in this is going to do his best as he seems. They're both levitating now at this point.
Yeah, you're
Slowly
both
flying
30.
up. Yeah, going to do his do his best to try and squirm out in his new form and emerge from this toad-like cocoon to be a gorgeous butterfly.
Okay, you can. If you're trying to break this grapple, you can definitely roll another contested check here to try to break the grapple.
I'm gonna be able to get out of this.
You're gonna need to be a 31.
31?
Oh, okay.
14's not gonna do it. Might try cutting his arms off first.
Yeah, probably.
We'll give you the grapple check for free. What else you want to do?
So as I'm grappled, I get negatives on.
You're just going nowhere. Like, he's got you locked in.
Right.
You can still attack. You have disadvantage from the poison for saving throws and the attack weapon attacks, but you can still act. He's just got you locked in.
And as a small reminder, you also do have a hero point if you think of anything above, but no pressure.
Okay. May I approach the bench?
Sure.
You may, sir.
Right. I would like to use the spell Warding Wind in order to try and combine that with a hero point to disengage via harnessing that large power of wind or air enchantment that seems to be surrounding young Sho and sending us flying away from each other.
That is clever. That is clever indeed. Tell me first, where does this wind come from that is so great that you can magically summon it?
Well, nothing to do with recent events. It comes from inside me without being from inside me.
It's a fart, isn't it?
It's not from betwixt the cheeks.
Now I'm even more confused. Where else are you expelling this much air?
What is happening?
No, keep it going. Keep it going.
Yep. Okay. Shonen has grown to find these wind-like energies that he was told was passed down to him and skipped a generation. Has only really finally harnessed itself onto his body, and he is now finally understanding the power that's within. But he is yet to truly find someone to explain these powers to him, as he's on his quest to understand the wind within, not his ass. And perhaps his mother, who also is not a windy lady, will have some answers.
What is she known for if she's not the windy lady? You set this up. I have to ask.
She's just the musky maiden.
All right, yeah, fair. Yeah, makes perfect sense.
Shadow King, the ruling is yours. You have plenty of information to make your call.
Yes, I feel like I have way too much information at this point.
It's a weird family, don't ask.
Yes, nobody did. With a hero point and casting this spell, yeah, you can easily separate, and you'll throw yourselves. It's like a 10-foot radius. You'll throw yourselves kind of away from each other, just slightly, like 10, 15 feet apart. You're still within kind of range of each other here, but you're now floating separately as you use your hero point to end that grapple.
As that wind comes through, you hear a voice in it. Look to the stars. And it blows, separating the two of you, gifting you what you had wished.
Shonen's going to latch onto this voice, which seems to be drifting amongst very well-described breezes, and gander towards the celestial bodies.
It's daylight out. It's really hard to see the stars right now.
He is blinded by the sun, which he didn't think that he...
The sun is a star.
Yeah, that was... Oh, man, that was stupid. Oh, man, what are these spirits trying to tell me? And he's going to, like most flies do, he's going to take sort of this Brownian motion path as he flies erratically, but only ends up, let's say, flip a coin 40 feet away.
Okay. Go ahead and make me
Like a
another.
moth to a fire.
Go ahead and do me another con save for the poison as well while we're here. As you
Trying
fly
to beat a
fly
12.
further back.
That's more than
Hey,
12.
19 will do it.
19,
No
19.
longer poisoned. Anything else for your turn?
I think he's just gonna try and regain his sight at this point. Just navigate his way through the wind.
Okay. As you soar on the wind, Tusher, what are you doing?
The wind hit Tusher, send him sprawling back, and he sees Shonen off into the distance in the air. But the kid looks like he's temporarily blinded, right?
Yeah, he does. He looks like he's got sunspots. I wouldn't say blinded, but he's he's rubbing his eyes after staring directly into the sun.
Tusher glances back at his own butt, realizes that it's become elongated and flat, kind of like two giant pairs of frog feet. And then he tries it, flexes them, somehow finds that it gives him buoyancy. Then he turns his attention towards Shonen and makes a straight beeline towards the kid.
You can't make a beeline. You're a butterfly.
Did you say a behind?
He makes a straight behind towards Shonen.
Those butt cheeks flapping in the wind. You make that movement easily as if you have flown 1,000 miles on that ass.
And then just as he's about to hit him, he turns around, spreads his butt cheeks, and tries to clap them together around Shonen as like another grapple attack.
The great bougie clap of 2023 begins!
All right, roll the strength versus athletics again.
Can't get away from me that easy, kid.
You gotta be a 24. It's doable.
Fail.
Oh!
So Shonen, his butt cheeks, or Tusher's butt cheeks clapped around him in his arms. Tusher then grabs Shonen's head, places it right above his shoulder, like, he's holding it, and he's gonna flip over and try to pile drive him down into the ground.
Okay, you can make an unarmed attack roll. I'm gonna warn you, if you're pile driving from 30 feet up, you are also taking fall damage.
All right, fair. Yeah, let's do it.
All right.
It's a 15 to hit.
15, not gonna do it, as Shonen is able to wiggle his way out of this attack, and you are full committing to this. You instead will take 9 points of bludgeoning damage as you pile drive yourself into the ground, and he slips free.
Oh, I'm not used to using my butt as a grapple attack quite yet. Damn my inexperience! I need to train harder.
I'm gonna give you a chance. Describe those butt cheeks for me. We didn't get to see what your butt cheeks look like. Describe them besides the size and how they move.
Oh, they're like two flat frog's feet.
Oh, just the feet. Just the feet look, and your butt cheeks look like frog feet.
Because I actually can't recall if frogs have butt cheeks.
No,
I've never seen it before.
I don't believe they do.
So I'm just gonna make a call here.
Small question, do they have buttholes?
Everything has a butthole.
Fish don't.
Everything has a
That was
butthole.
a lot of confidence.
The more you know.
Fish don't have buttholes.
They got something.
They do.
Do they?
Yeah.
I actually am pretty sure there's an animal that does not have a butthole because it doesn't need to excrete anything.
I knew a kid once
I
who
think
didn't
you're
have a
full of shit.
butthole.
Let's
They
find
had
out.
to give him one, obviously. This is way too much information. All right, on that end,
Wait.
I'm going to give you a chance.
What happened to Mudcat?
There it is. All right, octopus. Octopi don't have buttholes. Thank you.
Yes.
And toads and butt frogs do too. The acolytes start screaming everything that has a butthole for us. The long list of things that have buttholes.
Oh, a very
I'm going to-
educated crowd.
I'm going to give you a chance to do an unarmed strike. And if you are successful, it will do psychic damage.
Ooh.
As those frog feet butt cheeks clap, giving the old hiney hold, as our Fox of Chaos noted.
23's gonna
That's
hit.
going.
You can do a d6 of psychic damage. As
Heck yeah.
Shonen, you feel disgusted as you slip out between those booty cheeks.
Yeah, it's like getting pushed out between two large slices of ham. It's not a great feeling.
I think
Slimy ham.
I think you're gonna have to make
Yeah,
another
like
con
freshly
save.
sliced ham when it's still a bit damp from the rest of it.
Gross.
You did this.
2 slices of ham. 10 out of 10 to everyone for your descriptions this evening.
Is this something that happens every week to every wrestler?
No.
Or every,
Yeah,
every fighter?
I don't know if I've ever done the butterflies before, actually.
Always been
What?
waiting. It's like,
Oh, forging. I think you might have to make a con save.
Yup.
oh, do I? Yeah, that makes sense. Some poison cheeks.
Those poison cheeks. Oh,
Yes.
Whoa!
A 4 is not gonna cut it. You are once again poisoned.
There's like residue from the cheeks, and now sort of like dripping into his own face cheeks.
Thank you for the
And
clarification.
you got to specify the cheeks here. Honestly, there's a lot going on.
There's a lot of cheeks flying around.
Cheek on cheek action.
Yes, a little cheek on cheek.
We brush cheeks.
Dancing cheek to cheek.
Tenderly.
All right, as his cheeks caress your cheeks, you are now poisoned.
anything else as you are now pile driven into this ground, too sure?
No. No.
Excellent. Shadow King, I need a roll from you.
11.
11 is noted. All right, I need a small break while I go look up every animal that has a butthole and which ones don't. Let's take a 10-minute break and we'll see you all after these ads. Here we go.
Welcome back.
That's right. Also, I want to apologize on behalf of our marketing team. We forgot to update some of the mid-show credits. My apologies. So, to give you all a quick recap and details that you may not know, for both our champions, I will need you to say your name, your race, and your class. And that's all I need from you. Name, race, class. So, will you go first and give the details to all of our acolytes?
Tusher.
You ask?
Too sure.
Oh,
Sorry.
no, sorry. I missed that.
Name, race,
hey,
class.
What's up? My name is Tusher the Toxic. I am a grung, and I am a level 6 fighter, battle master, level 4 rogue, inquisitive. Because I like to get inside my enemies' heads and then just grab onto them and then never let go until they're dead.
Aw.
In which case, I'd like to let them go because then it's kind of weird.
And smelly. Yeah.
There was that one
Good.
time though, right?
Yeah. 3 out of 3. Shonen, it is your turn.
Hi, I'm Shonin, and I'm a level 6 Kensai monk and a level 4 wizard because every blade deserves a good cutting spell. And I seem to be gifted by the winds with a latent energy that I'm yet to understand.
Ooh, look at these multi-classes. Hot stuff coming in. Now, Shadow King, you know what? I know you rolled before we let go, but it was so far a pretty low average all in all, so I'm going to let you roll one more time.
19.
Okay, that's much better. Good. Stop embarrassing us and keep rolling like that. Let's go ahead and kick off the next round. What do you say?
I'm going to start the next round, but because I want to. Round number 4. Shonen, you are up.
So with his shonen sort of bleeding out and this poison seeping into his pores, he's taken a moment to think, like with his eyes closed, blinded by the sun, whether he was coerced into looking at by some sort of deity. And in this moment, his beating of his giant ass-like wings is going to start like generating and channeling that air that was that seems to be giving him a sense of a stronger sense of power. It seems to be guiding his movements. And as the beating or the clapping of his cheeks form into more of a round of applause, his his new moon blade glows, and he starts. The blade seems to scream in not necessarily in sound, but in physical form as he activates his blade song.
Okay.
And his eyes
Whoa.
back, his head sweeps back, and it's like it's almost dual tone voice. It's like, I've had enough of this game. It's time to finish this.
Hell yeah.
So, looking down at Tusha, who is somewhat, what is it? Crushed upon the ground by his own demise.
Yeah.
Hey, I hit you once on the way down. I got you between these clammy ham slices, right?
Move on.
Done enough.
No more
Why did I
deli
feel
meat may be
bumps?
referenced till the end of this show.
That's baloney.
Nice.
So he's going to take this opportunity to fly directly down. I think it was 30 feet.
Yeah, well, he pile drives, so you're both kind of near the ground now. So you're
Ground?
you're still near
Alright,
each
so-
other.
Shonen's going to up his speed levels, and he's going to dash past this blade, making a slash alongside a quick flurry of kicks.
Okay.
As he moves through Tusha.
Roll to hit.
Do it.
Wait. You say you come up to me?
Yeah.
Well, surprise, surprise. Tusher has a certain maneuver called Brace, where when a creature comes close to him, he gets to use a reaction and expend a superiority dice to make an attack.
Fair enough.
So as you sweep close, Tusher suddenly spreads his wings and gives you a clap back.
Roll to hit. Unarmed strike.
He claps back.
11. Not gonna do it as you find nothing between those cheeks but the wind.
So Shonen comes screaming past and allows his blade to stick out the side as he flaps his hams and gams and goes for a strike.
You are poisoned, so will be disadvantage.
Disadvantage, I'll take that. Not that I have a choice.
Yeah.
15.
I don't believe a 15's gonna hit. 15's not gonna hit.
Damn. All right.
You were so startled by my clapback.
Yeah, these massive cheeks erupted from the middle of nowhere, and it forcing to swerve in the air. He's sort of span out, and he's lost his purchase, but still maintaining his gaze on you. He's going to remain close by.
Beautiful.
You can roll
Anything else?
those flurries too if you're rolling the flurries.
I was going to, but then I realized Blade Song is a bonus attack, so.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Ah, fair.
Bummer.
Would you like to do anything else before you call it?
Oh, actually, he's going to use the rest of his movement to fly away. Because of his mobile feat, and he's going to use this sudden burst of speed to scream past. And how close was he initially?
Oh, you're probably about 5 feet away initially.
So he's going to be 60 feet away now.
Are you going straight up or are you going over? Where are you going to head?
It's sort of, let's hurl him directly up and start spiraling him around this other turret, which was just above the docks where they're standing right now.
Okay, let's put you 30 feet in the air and then we'll kind of move you up and over here a ways.
Yeah, let's not go Pythagoras on it, but he's around, he's in the air and he's away and
Yeah, fair enough.
Like,
Excellent, excellent. As you make your movement, you suddenly notice from up above Lucius Skypiercer knocking an arrow. I didn't like that baloney comment as she aims for Tusher. Oh, does a 19 hit?
Yes, it does. Absolutely.
You will take 22 points of damage. When I tell you no more deli meat jokes, I meant it.
Yes, exactly. This is good. This is good. We'll see. I think you're learning from me.
There has to be order.
Exactly.
There has to be order. No more puns.
Yes, or we'll murder you.
Seeing that she's gotten the Shadow King on her side, she quickly regrets her actions, and with a wave of her small hand, she tosses an additional 6 points of healing your way, kind of regretting how much.
I was so proud of you.
You have to do a perception to see if you see it. Shadow King.
I see it.
Nope. Perception check. Ah.
Does a 31 work?
Does 31 work? Yes, it works. You see it as I try to sleight of hand this and toss him a little bit of healing.
I was so proud of you. You're very disappointing me.
Tusher, it is now your turn as you pull that arrow out of your left shoulder.
Tusher, indignant at this attack from the gods, rolls over and boy, I'm gonna use second wind as a bonus action to heal myself, but little does anybody know, but in Tusher's past, he also had a member of his family who had some sort of inner wind ability that had nothing to do with flatulence. And drawing upon that, it is a warm, healing wind that does not come from the booty. Ooh. It passes over him, and his wounds begin to seal to the tune of 16 hit points.
Damn.
And then he looks up at Shonen and he says, all you're good for is running away, kid. I'm gonna take your hopes. I'm gonna take your dreams. And I'm gonna put this in a tiny ball. I'm gonna put this tiny ball into a little treasure chest. And I'm gonna put that little treasure chest into a little trash can. And I'm gonna take that trash can and I'm gonna send it to the dump, where it's gonna get crushed, buried, and forgotten. And then he's gonna look for a crate. There's like a crate next to him, right?
Yep,
Yeah,
there
yeah.
is all the crates you want.
He's gonna hurl a crate at him using his tavern brawler feat,
Go for it.
Yes.
using it as a ranged weapon, improvised weapon.
Roll it.
Let's see.
You might just have to do it manually if it's not showing up. Oh, you got it.
That just said damage though, right? You didn't actually roll the
Yeah,
attack.
yeah. Just roll your normal unarmed strike in the inventory and see what happens there. There you go. 13.
can't I be cool?
Gonna miss as you hurl that that crate up there. What's it look like as you dodge this?
Firstly, as you're doing this big monologue, Shonen's just all he hears is. It's just fuzzy wind, air. He can't quite hear you, quite far away. Your projection's not great. Something to work on in the future. And as you sees you like reach out and grab this crate, send it towards him, just kind of. And there's almost slow motion. He's just gonna reach forward and like leave his sickle in front of him, and it splits in two, going either side, narrowly dodging some cheeks.
Nice.
Again, looking really freaking cool, man. Are you kidding me? Just blowing right past you. The wind once again whispers in your ears. Look to the north. I don't know if you know which way is north,
because
but
the sun sets in the west. If I can remember my cardinals, I should be safe.
give me a
No,
survival
don't do it.
check.
Okay, all right. Damn it.
Let's see if you actually know which way is north. With an 11.
Well,
You look northwest.
quick spin.
Excellent, excellent. With that tavern brawler just destroying random crates at this point, looking like a toddler throwing a temper tantrum. Would you like to do anything else for your turn?
Second crate, because I get an extra attack.
Yes,
Let's go.
you find another crate. This one filled with small potatoes.
23.
That one's good.
Eight damage.
Woo! Potato mash! That crate hits on impact and explodes as potatoes go everywhere, getting stuck in the gears. It's great.
If it's a range attack, I also get sneak attack on it.
Dang! Okay, yeah.
Extra 6.
Jeez.
What was the total damage there?
14.
14.
That's because the Shadow King doesn't know how to do math. You have to do it for him.
Thank you.
Afterwards, Tusher is going to heroically leap into the water and dive down into the depths below.
How far down are you wanting to swim?
I think he can only reach about 10 feet once he dives down.
Okay. Okay, you swim 10 feet down into this water.
Oh, God.
Noted. Anything else for your turn?
Nope.
Excellent. As this turn wraps up, the Grandmaster looks to the Shadow King. I believe it is your turn to cause some true damage.
Yes, don't mind if I do.
As he stands up, looking around the audience and looking down at the battlefield.
What to do? You know, this fight's been a little clean for my liking. Let's trash it up a little bit.
As he raises his hands and all the water in this place starts to become acidic and green and bubbling and Tusher, you're about to take 10 points of acid damage right off the bat.
Okay.
And you will take it at the start of your turn as well.
Amazing.
As the acid comes in and all of this is going on, I need each of you to re-roll initiative as things have been shaken up here. Tusha with a 13. There it is, shown in with a 5. The nat
Not a
1.
How many? This is your fourth nat 1.
Woo!
It's good.
Man, I love that you dove in the water right before this. Couldn't have planned it any better. What are the odds?
Yeah, what are the odds?
Perfect. Before we kick off this next round, as noted at the beginning when the chaotic event kicked off, that those butterfly wings would disappear at the end of that second round. So suddenly you feel a shiver in those cheeks as they begin to tighten up as if Botox was injected in them, and they shrink back down, giving you those tight... Never mind. You get the idea. It's firm, it's young, you got those cheeks again. However, that means you can no longer fly. And while Tusher, you find yourself in acidic water needing to swim up, unfortunately, Shonen, you are 30 feet in the air as soon as you lose your butt wings. So you are going to take some fall damage.
How insidious of you.
10 points of fall damage as you tumble down back onto the whatever's left of this crane over here, as the acid in the air begins to corrode it.
Luckily, there's a sweep of wind as he manages to negate some of that fall damage.
All right, how
His
much?
monk ability to slow fall. I believe he can negate all of that.
Yep, there you go.
Oh.
I've got you, my child. As that wind once again sweeps in. I have no idea what lore I'm building out for you right now, but something is happening.
That wind is bait, man. That's an abusive entity. Look at the sun. You should eat more carbs.
All right,
Cholesterol, maybe.
It's fine.
we are beginning a new round. Number 1, Tusher. At the beginning of this round, starting underwater, you're going to take 14 more points of acid damage.
Oh my god. 14.
Lesson learned, acid hurts. Don't you ever forget it.
What do you want to do? You want to stay underwater, or?
Tusher is going to come leaping out of the water straight back to where he came from, just howling in pain.
Would you like to sound that out for us?
Hurt so
then
bad it
he's-
broke the mic.
Oh.
It was beautiful.
And then he touches his rear area, discovers that the butt wings are missing. He thinks they've melted. He's so sad because he really enjoyed that glorious moment of flying. He looks around for his opponent and spots Shonen just landed delicately on top of this crane. Is that a crane?
Yeah, it's like it's a crane object.
And then he notices that Shonen's butt is also small, and that he can no longer get away from
Interesting that
him.
you mentioned an adolescent's butt.
Why didn't you notice his eyes first?
Yeah. Personality,
Because
which he
they
definitely
haven't
has
changed. They haven't changed.
one. Right.
Same old.
Tusher's going to go up to Shonen, and he's going to try to throw him. He's going to just try to grapple him again for now.
Okay.
Classic.
Contested checks again. Let's go.
Is there any chance that I can try and dodge his moves?
Do you want to try to use dexterity to try to skate out of this?
Is that possible?
Acrobatics.
I don't see why not. Or yeah, use your acrobatics. You're trying to flip your way out of this?
Gifted. Yeah, by harnessing this this wind, which seems to be constantly around him, despite his absence of cheeks, he is floating through the air.
It's so close. It's so close. Tusher coming in with that 18, but Shonen 17. Your youth once again is showing. Time to level up, kid.
I thought I
That's
zipped that up.
right. And now, without this weird, awkward extra weight behind me, he's back in full control of his prowess. And I'd like to use that heroic point.
Yep.
And I'd like to hurl Shonen directly into the acidic waters as deeply as I can.
Make an attack roll for that one. See if you're able to we'll just do the unarmed strike. I'll give you advantage on it with the hero point.
Yeah, take the advantage.
I'm probably gonna.
14, not gonna do it. You toss him. He's gonna take a couple of d6 of fall damage here. 6 points of damage. Actually, he's got feather fall, so probably none of that actually.
In a moment of sympathy, wanting to see what was happening, the Grandmaster, knowing that you've given it all, asking you to go bigger in your description, and if you please her, you will get a triple advantage and one last shot at this roll.
Oh, heck yes.
Make this sound
Here's your opportunity
like a
to
freaking
kill a kid.
super that will put Dragon Ball to shame, and you will have another chance.
When Tusher goes up to Shonen, he not only grabs him by the arms, but he wraps his newfound arm scarves around Shonen's wrists. And then he shouts loudly, summoning the inner strength within him.
Your mic caught none of that.
Oh my
It peeked
god.
it. Yeah, it just peeked it out.
Just do it softly.
And then he hurls him into the waters with a might beyond might, powered by his inner fury.
That's totally beautiful. A song that even bards would envy. Go ahead and roll that advantage one last time, and may the gods give you all their favor.
24.
Gonna be able to do it with that.
Yeah, that would.
12 points of acid damage.
Not so pretty now, kid.
And the crowds go wild. As Shonen falls into this acid, suddenly as you look up to the crowds, you see banners of red scarves waving everywhere. All the children and adults, young and old, bear red, mimicking that same beautiful cloth that wraps around your glorious neck.
Buy my merch!
All right.
$29.99 at the store.
$29.99! Tonight only!
Beautiful, beautiful. Anything else for your turn?
That's it for me.
Excellent. Shadow King, your role is done. Your chaos has been inflicted. So will you kick off round number 2?
Oh no, it's order switch. It's Shonen's turn.
Oh, I'm sorry, Shonen. And for a brief moment, the Grandmaster breaks very apologetically. And it's so sorry that your turn almost got missed.
Shonen, at the beginning of your turn, you will take 12 points of acid damage.
Oh, you're kidding me.
I am not.
Right.
Kid?
Is going to clamber back up onto this nearby boat.
Okay.
Quickly trying to shake off the rest of these, all this acid, which is now pooling on his clothing, melting his clothing, making it dangerous for everyone involved at this point. Because if that goes, that's a lawsuit.
I feel like we're already gonna get a lawsuit.
Yes, cover your eyes.
Shame as this acid begins to burn your body. The Acolytes bow their head and give a moment of silence as your final moments approach you. What goes through your mind, and what are your final actions?
He's still alive.
Oh, really? The health bar looks
How?
so minimal.
I know.
How is this possible?
you forget who I am. Maybe not. I mean, I'm the only other person here, but
We just met. How could I forget things about you that I don't really know?
you will know my name.
Inches from death. Continue your turn.
Rolling out with his blade now lodged like a hunched figure over this boat. Wind starts swirling once again as his blade song continues. And he's going to take that speed and he's charging directly past Tusha. Once again, aiming his blade, going for his hammy little frog legs, hoping to take away his speed and his ability to leap. His first attack is going to be a mystery for right now until I can bring up this page.
Love it.
It's going to be
But
21.
you've forgotten. You've come up to me again. You've forgotten. Brace attack. Let's go.
Mhm.
No. Not like this.
Come on.
A 17 just hits with a glancing blow.
No,
Does it not?
No?
No, it does not. He's got +3 armor because of his sword.
Oh.
And
Moonsicle!
also, you gave him braces of defense invertedly.
You
By
did give him
wrapping
your
the
bracers of
arms?
defense.
Okay, sure, yeah.
That
I'm
raises
down with
your
that.
defense to 22.
I forgot they were functional.
You fool. So, did you lash out at him?
Yeah, and I missed.
17's gonna miss
Your
then.
tricks only work once, frog. And he's gonna send his blade straight into his leg. For 21.
20.
No, that hits.
Yeah.
21 does.
Roll the
make
damage.
contact.
So this one is going to be 14 with a green flame blade as it erupts from this section of your leg. This flame sort of singes as it passes through.
If I may, in the most anime of moments, describe this. Shonen, you crawling out of this boat, taking that breath in, and in a flash, all we see is this zip of line as you just dash towards him so quick that we lose sight of it. Even you, Tusher, you brace, going in for the counterattack, missing, and in a moment of silence, the two of you facing in opposite directions, we just see Tusher's leg cracked open as green flame burns into your leg. Breathing heavily, Shonen, you put the audience aghast, frozen at the magnificent attack you have shown us.
All right, that was 14. What else you got?
So as he passes through for the first time, he maintains his distance, and this time he dashes back towards the other direction at the end of the dock, towards those crates. As he lines up his second blow, aiming for his, once again, for his legs.
Okay.
Oh my
Wow. Unfortunately, it's a 12.
12. Not gonna hit with the second strike.
That's okay. He's going to tap into his key very quickly. And just go for a... No, he's not going to tap into his key. He's going to just go for an unarmed strike. And leave him with a kick towards his cut leg as he departs from the scene and runs.
It seems you have expended all of your good luck in one move. What is the roll?
It's a 1.
Natural one!
What? How? How have you rolled so many nat ones It should be impossible. What are you doing? Have you decided to just smash your dice against the wall and they're trying to get it back at you at this point?
Tusher, as he comes in with this natural one, let's just fast forward. How do you respond?
Tusher, in shock from the pain of his leg and the fact that Shonen has turned his leg into a culinary delicacy in certain regions of the world, as he lunges at Tusher's gonna use his other leg. He's gonna pretend like he's lame and use his other leg to just leap over him. And as he's lunging underneath him, he's gonna drive both his hands down, aiming for this guy's spine in a double-fisted blow.
Make the attack roll.
We're not gonna play around anymore.
Maybe a little.
Okay, we're still playing around. Okay.
18 not gonna hit.
Do I get? Is this like a full action attack?
Yeah, it's your turn. He had exhausted all of his.
He misses with that attack, and then he remembers words from his sensei to sweep the leg. So he's gonna go for a trip attack using his superiority die maneuver, and that is going to be a 19 to hit.
Not going to hit.
Oh my god, action surge. Let's go.
Woo! Action surge as we see move after move, and in his exhausted state, just barely alive, we see Shonen just dodging piece by piece, sweat dripping, exhaustion clear on his face, his movements. Roll, Tusher.
And Tusher, his eyes begin to glow as his own inner wind activates. The warts on his body pulsating and glowing with an inner toxicity as he unleashes another flurry of attacks, and with his final superiority die, he is going to try to knock that moonsicle out of Shonen's hand with his final disarming attack.
Okay.
So let's see.
27 will hit.
Yes! So you have to make a strength saving throw, DC 17, to not drop it.
Oh no.
What is it?
15.
No.
How do I roll just the damage for the unarmed strike? Because I'm not seeing the damage button there.
Up in the chat log? Or yeah, there you go.
Oh, got it.
10
10.
10 points of
Plus-
damage.
Oh.
I think that's enough.
Oh, okay.
It is.
He disarms him
Go
with his
for
own
it.
moonsicle and then grabs it from the air, looks down at him, makes eye contact, and then he's gonna say, well, you've been canceled, kid. Your ratings aren't good.
Just give it back. I'll do it myself.
He
Shonen,
finishes him off.
in your final moments, what are you doing? What's going through your head?
As the blade slowly descends and starts to carve into flesh, all the color drains out of the scene, and it's as if there's this just like a sense of hollowness as the black and white not only becomes an extremely contrasted feeling, and the light slowly starts to fade, but also the black begins to fade as everything just sort of takes on an absence of presence and seeps into nothing. A wind, a swirl, a small gust dissipates amongst the floor, and it's left as a crippled figure on the ground. Nothing but a child that you cut down for the sake of your own glory. Well done. You've
That's
done
when
very
Tusher,
well.
Tusher rises up, holds up the sickle in victory over his head, and chants his own name.
And a sudden gust of wind of multicolor wraps around the two of you, taking and almost sweeping Shonen's body away. And at the same time, you, Tusher, in this midst of a tornado of color, feel almost as if your own feet rise from this ground, lifted up and high, almost to the eye level of the Grandmaster and Shadow King. The Acolytes begin to praise your name. It starts soft, and then it's louder as it builds, as your glory is known, that you have built your name in the sands of blood and dirt and bone. And all here have witnessed the glory you have created tonight in the arena. See, Shadow King? Great champions indeed.
Yes, an incredible showing.
And as that colorful tornado twists around you, the Shadow King kind of fades away into the shadow himself, appearing in that vortex now, spinning around you as it becomes a black cloud. And he looks at you.
Well, champion, let's take a victory lap.
And he's going to grab you by the hand, flying you above the acolytes as you soar above the crowd. And he's going to dip down closer and dip your body into the acid as he flies over the water. And as he pulls up back into the middle of the crowd, raising your arm up, but only your arm, into the sky.
Welcome and good night to D20 Deathmatch!